Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. It is Thursday once again, and I might warn you, it is raining, and there has been some thunder, so if you hear some low rumbles, that's just God saying, no, you can't have clean audio. But aside from that, it's time to get through the TWAB, and it's a little bit short and sweet one, but this one, it covers a lot of Trials details. They do start off letting you know about Untitled Chapter, how it's been released, and some details, or looking on YouTube and stuff. They also gave us another look at the calendar, which says the whole season goes until September. Festival of Lost goes from October to November, and our Bungie 30th anniversary event will go from December to February, which will likely be all the way to Witch Queen. Alright, now that we've had that existential crisis out of the way, they show you a little bit more. We're going to be getting Masks, Candy, and Haunted Sectors activities with some more Grandmaster Nightfalls, Astral Alignment. Yeah, Season Lost is supposedly starting October 5th, or Grandmaster launching October 5th, and supposedly as well, we're getting our Halloween event, and I can't wait until to be a Robot Dino Titan. Although that looks more Hunter-like, so I'm not sure that's the right one. But aside from me wanting to be a dinosaur in Destiny, they basically go over some stats regarding history and how this was a record-breaking weekend for Trials, which makes sense considering they did a vast number of changes that honestly kind of fixed Trials. It's not 100% good, obviously, because it's still endgame PvP, but they did give us a lot of stats and details regarding some changes, and basically Trials was most played for the first time since it launched. But aside from that, there's going to be a few changes coming to Trials this weekend, aka tomorrow, once the reset happens. Now, basically, the area of 5-0 games is a bit rough. There's a bit part of matchmaking, so they're going to be enabling a flawless matchmaking pool, which I do believe that means once you've gone flawless the first time, you actually will only matchmake with other people who have gone flawless. Of course, that is kind of impossible at the start, so instead of having one team constantly facing against another, they're going to give it a few hours of active Trials time to let every person go flawless. That will, and then the high skill gap players will face other high skill gap players, and all of our brand new light solo experience players will be able to play with other people who are hopefully of similar skill. Now, in addition, they mentioned the same sort of new thing where if you are a new light solo matchmaking, get stomped 5 rounds in a row, they're going to try and give you a little bit of help in just matchmaking. If you suffer several losses in a row that were absolute stomps, they will hopefully basically just help that out. It's also a mechanic that clears up once people start winning again, so you can't cheese a flawless by tanking a few games and have a weekend of smooth sailing, as they say. Now, as well, they're going to be enabling quitter penalties, so if you're one of the solo queue players who gave up on your match early, you cannot do that anymore, because if you do it more than twice within a small or relatively decent sized period, you will be given a 30-minute timeout if you quit out of too many games. So don't abandon your fire teams. Even if you're getting stomped, just play the game. You might still get some stuff. In addition, Trials Labs is going, spoiler alert, it's capture zone Trials. I'm not sure how that's exactly going to play out, but it's going to be different than just pure elimination. Now, in this case, they will be disabling special ammo replenishment on revive. That actually makes sense. I didn't even notice that was active. Supposedly, if you died and you respawned, you had 2 more shots of whatever special ammo you had. Now, you still get special ammo if you kill somebody or when you start the next round, but they will also be disabling the matchmaking counter on Trials of Osiris lobbies. There's people that were cheesing solo and 2-stack lobbies. Basically, if they saw that the game instantly went from 3 out of 3 to 6 out of 3, they knew it's going to be 3-stack versus 3-stack, and they quit out matchmaking just before it started just so that they didn't match up in that. They're disabling that. You cannot tell how many people are going to be in the lobby until you actually launched. That way, you know, they also did that. They also fixed an issue preventing you from being able to masterwork weapons from Saint 14's ranked rewards. And going over the fixes, the new fix, basically, the barriers from the Scorch Cannons in the Fallen Walker Public event will no longer repel players and block heroic completions, so you can actually finish that on heroic now. As well as strike streaks working as intended. Say strike streak as many times as you can pass. That's going to be a tongue twister. As well, Dawn Course Exotic Warlord Helmet correctly burns extendedly, and Sweet Spotter Triumph now correctly progresses towards killing effects Wyverns with precision damage. If you notice with Deadeye, you might have just had 1 left and you had 3 precision kills on Wyverns. That's fixed, so that can be, you know, actually going. Now, of course, Bungie name changes. They mentioned that another 700 players or so who had names violated had their or let me rephrase that, who had their names violating their code of conduct, had their names changed up to Guardian. Keep in mind, this change is going to be implemented. You will be Guardian generically until they implement Bungie names, but of course, you can report other people if you found a name that is offensive or racist or whatever sort of off-putting phrase. Now, as well, there's going to be some downtime next Thursday on September 23rd for the next hotfix 3.3.0.3, so keep an eye out for that. Now, known issues that are going to be hopefully fixed soon and are aware of: Trials of Osiris rank rewards weapons cannot be masterworked. Inspecting the Shadows gloves armor, there's a gap between arms and torso. Champion mods equipped when visiting the Wish Wall may result in bird errors. Titan's interlace gauntlets have part of the armor floating disconnected from the arms. Tracing the Stars 1 displays the same location for Atlas used twice. The hidden location is Distant Spine Island Tree. As well, Horus Least is dropping at 0 power from Corrupted Nightfall. I don't know why that's an issue considering it's sunset anyway, so its max power is only going to be 1100. But as well, players can purchase a second passage and accidentally overwrite a 7-win passage, oopsie, as well as the Corrupted Nightfall Triumph to score over 100,000 points isn't counting points collectively. There's a lot of issues with the Corrupted, as I've heard supposedly from the Master and Legend runs with champions and Blitz. Platinums when you're killing every champion's golds because champions didn't spawn or whatever. And of course, there is a full list on the help forums. Now as well, they just go over some movies of the week, some art of the week, and of course they wanted to mention that there is, in terms of the Destiny lifetime, we have had over 187 million Guardians in the game and almost 10 billion hours of playtime. And in the last year, we've killed Atheon over 2 million times and killed Taniks about 3.5 million times. So they kind of give us a little bit of a, incentive to get to that 10 billion hours, which would be about 1,100,000 years total played across every player. And of course, this is from Cosmo, as DMG as out for a while. He's getting married. Yay to him. Ignoring that weird little audio skip because I honestly clicked the end record button before I remembered there was a hotfix, even though I read it in the TWAB. So as well, going through 0.0.2's hotfix, we have changes to armor, or more fixed issues, where both Precious Scars and Prometheum Spur would not correctly work. So Precious Scars is back to normal, restoring player shields on matching weapon kills, and Prometheum Spur now hopefully consistently spawns combo rifts when the rift energy is full. Now, a few changes to weapons, mainly around Explosive Light. Explosive Light got buffed, so it now is a 25% damage buff per rocket launcher, which means Ascendancy with Explosive Light does a little bit more damage. Oh wait, Explosive Light also gets on Hothead. Forgot about that. As well, fixed an issue where Danger Zone was not functioning correctly on rocket launchers, so I believe that is only Hothead. Now, as well, increased the cooldown to shoot to loot to 4 seconds because of issues where it would trigger auto reload or something, and also fixed an issue where ammo picked up by players could be quickly shot with shoot to loot to get additional ammo. No free scavengers or anything. Now, Hawkmoon has been fixed so that Hawkmoon and Hand Cannon holster will not allow repeated paracausal shots without ever shooting another head, and fixed an issue with Agroceptor where players' super would not drain while in empowered mode. Not sure what empowered mode is, not sure if that has to do with the trace rifle or that's just being mid-super or something. But in addition, the title seal. They fixed an issue where gilding triumphs could be completed before the base title seal was claimed. So if you saw any Deadeyes before today, they were false because they didn't do Deadeye originally. But in addition, now you can do Deadeye because they fixed the issue where Wyvern Precision Kill objective is now completing as intended. Now, performance and systems. For some reason on Steam, the Beyond Light Deluxe Edition upgrade from the timeline took players to a full Deluxe Edition page instead of the upgrade page. I believe that means that instead of, well, let's say I bought Beyond Light, but I did not buy the Deluxe Edition Beyond Light. If I clicked on the link to upgrade, it would take me to the basically buy everything, including Witch Queen and Deluxe Edition, which would be a lot more money than just upgrading to Deluxe. So now hopefully that works right. In addition, they fixed an issue where Windows 7 users were unable to launch the game due to incompatible DLL files. So Windows 7, you can play Destiny again. Now, they also fixed an issue with Japanese translations of a few lore entries, fixed an issue where several languages did not have a description of the seasonal artifact mod, and lastly, the issue where the Jean Yu offer, I believe I'm saying that, Jean Yu, something like that, was not rewarding the correct items. And that being said, that is officially everything having to do with the TWAB and the hotfixes going out today. And that is everything for now. My name is Matt Scorpion, and thank you for watching.